And let me just real quick, because now we at the end. So Perfect Neighbor was good. Love is Blind. People, let me tell you something. The past couple seasons have been trash. This season was at least entertaining. None of the couples got married. Sorry, spoiler alert. None of the couples got married. They were all a mess. They were all they were all a mess. Like different people, but like they were all a mess. But it was entertaining. So for me, I thought it was good. But I knew it wasn't gonna be sort of a healthy positive season because um they spent so many episodes in the pods. Like it was like the first like 4 or 5 episodes, they were still in the pods. I was like, why are we still in the pods? Give us usually there's like what, 12 episodes? Give us 3 episodes in the pods, 3 episodes for vacation and when they first move in, 3 episodes of when y'all first meet the group. Well, maybe not three. 3 episodes in the pods, 2 episodes of the vacation, and then the last one is when they first move in. 2 episodes of them moving in, meeting each other's families, and meeting the other group and the people they didn't pick. 2 episodes of them getting to know each other, like will we make it down the aisle, and then 1 or 2 episodes of them who's gonna get married or whatever. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Yeah, that's enough. That's all we need. So it was a good season. Edmund, crazy, literally insane. And you don't want to talk about people who have clear mental issues, but he's conniving too. Like that's the word of the day, conniving. Conniving. He Every time KB would set her boundaries, like that baby voice that he was doing and acting slow. Well, why do you never want to have sex with me? I'm too nice. Let me. Ugh, I would have been done then. KB is stronger than me. She made it to the aisle to say no. I wouldn't have even made it to the aisle. I think she gave it a good college try, but she knew, and I knew when he came out. And then that pic he was wearing in his hair, sir. Why are you? Everything about him was a red flag and a no. Annie, also, everything about Annie was a red flag and a no. Why do you look disheveled in every scene? Like every scene, she looked drunk and off her shit in every single scene. And then she even said, like, there was one scene and you could tell she was lit. She drunk coming off the end of the day and was eating. And she was like, oh, something she said about like, I need to stop drinking or something she said. And I was like, yeah, that's why you always looking disheveled and you looking like you're drunk because you are. Total red flag. Now, what was his name? Was it Nick or Chris? Whatever his name was that she was engaged to, he ain't wrong. And I know he talked like a robot, but he was not wrong for leaving. He's like, girl, I can't do this no more. Because you're like acting like you're obsessed with me, and then you get drunk, and then you fly off the handle, and then in the morning you want to make up, and it's a cycle. No, baby, you don't need a man. You need therapy. Go find you a male therapist. 2 for 1. Okay? Um, who else was on there? Jordan and Sparkle Megan. Let me tell you something. Both of them had their things. When Jordan and Joe, I think that was his name, Joe, when they were at the mixer and they were both overly lit, especially Joe. Joe was so overly lit. I was just like, is he okay? Is he okay? Because when he woke up in the room, I forget the girl's name that he was with the red hair. She was super annoying. Baby, you want a man so bad that you are literally throwing yourself at this man, and he is giving you all of the stop signs and red flags, telling you, stop. I'm not, and then I'm sure they were probably having sex, and that was keeping some type of spark, but the way he was treating her was very clear. Like, girl, run. Why are you stringing this out? And then she was like begging because she really wanted to make it to the altar. Girl, I'm not even going to embarrass you at the altar like that. All that crying you doing, like. And then she was like, but I still care about you. You still trying to keep that door open, girl. Let him go. Move on with your life. The reunion will be good. But Jordan and Sparkle Megan. Jordan's life is about his son. Very admirable, especially because his son has diabetes. Totally get it. I felt bad for him that he did not want to introduce his son to Megan because fear of what would happen. And she fought so hard to meet this little boy. And then you met him and then you walked away. You're a terrible person for that, Megan. Terrible person for that. Because that was the one thing that he didn't want to do. And he finally broke down and did it for you because he believed in it. And you guys' relationship and you, that's nasty. Now, I'm not saying be somewhere where you're unhappy. Be true to yourself. But you knew before you met that son that there was doubt. And that doubt is what should have been put in front of you meeting that little boy. Because, child, I read a meme. They were like, this is not your deceased father. This is not him reborn in Jordan's son. And Megan and her family were really weird about the little boy having the same disease that their father had. And maybe, you know, your father brought this boy back and she knows how to care for him. It's like, I don't need you to do any of that. And Jordan told her that. But she didn't want to let go of her lifestyle of being, you know, a globetrotter and traveling and spending money. We're not mad about it, babe. But you have to come to the conclusion that maybe marriage isn't for you. Maybe that type of relationship isn't for you, someone that has a child, especially when you're childless. So good effort, but I didn't like how she basically pouted to meet the son just to walk away in the end. 10 thumbs down all around. And then Anton and Allie, let me tell you something. Allie would have got on my nerves. I saw I don't want to say gold digger because she's a nurse and she works hard. Not gold digger, but her expectations of other people to take care of her is insane. And she's a grown-ass woman with a career. Why? Oh, well, when I was living with my mom, I didn't have to clean up after myself. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to clean. I didn't have to do anything but just wake up. Girl, that's your mom. That's not your husband. And then Anton is like, okay, so you don't clean up around the house? Because she was coming at him about how he drinks. Now, apparently he's a truck driver, so he's like working all night. And similar to her, she's a nurse. She's working all night. They're off in the daytime. And so he wanted to have mimosas one day. And she kind of was like, this is fun, but like, do you do this every day? And child, what she was saying about that tequila in the fridge. And Anton was like, huh? And he got up to look for that tequila in the fridge, knowing damn well he drank that tequila. Funniest moment of the entire season. When I tell you I was laughing at that shit for like 20 minutes. Because Anton, she is annoying. I ain't gonna lie. She's annoying. But the fact that you knew you drank that tequila and you got up to look. I said, Anton, stop playing with that lady. So they didn't get married either. So anyway, that was my quick Love is Blind. And my breakdown and my opinion about The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix. So please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Did you see Perfect Neighbor? Was she crazy? Did you get it? Have you been harassed by annoying neighbors and kids? And then Love is Blind. Was this season good? Because it was good. It was chaotic and it was teed up and the people were crazy. That equals good TV. I don't care that none of them got married. Who cares? As a matter of fact, I think this is the first season where nobody got married. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
I'm doing rich shit.